भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणि। हरि ओम। The individuality or I, the thought of I associated with the body, mind and intellect, when it has become negated, when it has been falsified, what is the condition of that person? How will that person be? The Tripti Dipa, chapter 7 of Panchadashi by Swami Vidyaranya. Yavat swadeha dahamsa. Sorry, this is the previous chapter. We are into the next chapter. We completed all this. Naratvam naiva munchati yavad arabdha deham syat na abhasatva vimochanam. All these verses we saw yesterday. Does this mean that the knowledge is lost? The knowledge is not lost, it remains. The concept is explained, refer to the story of the 10 fools where he beats himself up. And we saw all that yesterday. Sorry, unrestricted fulfillment, Nirankusha Tripti, that is the part we are seeing today. Nirankusha Tripti, the earlier part yesterday we saw was why does a person disturb himself, disturb the body to be free from sorrow. Now, how to experience the 7th state of the Chidabhasa, the ego, Sa Ankusha, Nirankusha Tripti. So what is Ankusha Tripti? What is contentment that has got a limit and contentment without limit? Sa Ankusha Vishayais Triptihi Iyam Triptir Nirankusha Kritam Krutyam Prapaniyam Praptamityeva Triptyati. Sa Ankusha. Ankusha means a covering, a limitation, a bondage is there. Vishayaihi triptihi, the contentment that we have because we are enjoying some object in the world, object, situation, circumstance, person, because of something, when we get joy, it is called Sa Ankusha Triptihi, Vishayaihi Triptihi iyam nirang. Then Tripti Nirankusha, what is that? Kritam Krutyam. I have to do something that work has done. The joy that we get when we complete a project, the joy that we get when we take up something and do that, and then the joy of giving something away. Kritam Krutyam. I want to do it and I have completed that work. Prapaniyam Praptam. Whatever I have to get, I have got. Whatever I have to do, I have done. This contentment is Nirankusha Tripti. There is no fetter. It is life is in our hands. Like if we do something, if we want to do something and we have done it, then we have got that Tripti. And if we have desired something and whatever we desire, it is attained, or whatever we want to do, it is done, then that is Nirankusha Tripti. Ankusha Tripti always has an object as its goal, an object of sight, an object of taste, an object of smell, an object of hearing, an object of feeling within these 5 sense organs. It is Ankusha. Nirankusha is there are no sense objects. There is only the joy of receiving something, the joy of feeling grateful, the joy of gratitude. We have received something, we are counting our blessings, the joy of counting our blessings, seeing in what all ways we are blessed, and seeing what all we can do for others. And doing that is Tripti. There is nobody who is going to stop us from helping others, in doing good for others. We are never going to be stopped on that path of helping people around us. Only when we want something from others, we have problems. When we want to give, we will have no problems. We will always be content. So our desire should be in counting our blessings, feeling grateful, and giving what we can to the family around us, to others, to our own self, to others, and to the whole world. Then we will be very content. Nirankusha Tripti. There is no restriction in this contentment. Aihika mushmika vrata siddhyai muktescha siddhaye bahukrityam purasya bhut tattat sarvam adhuna kritam. Aihika amushmika vrata siddhyai. For accomplishing everything that we want in this world and the next, muktehe cha siddhaye, and accomplishing liberation, bahukrityam, there are many duties, pura, before realization. So a person, before realization of the self, has been doing a lot of work fulfilling the needs of living in this world and seeking a better place in the next world. Seeking a better place in the next world means being in a happy state of experience. When we don't have the body, when the body drops, the final state of experience where we are, what we have been doing all our life, that energy will be there completely, and we will live in that state. We will live constantly in that state. So that is the reason for doing sadhana daily, for worshipping Bhagwan daily, and doing our japa, or playing anything, playing any sport, concentrating the mind on something that we love to do. All that is being done because when the body drops, we will be in that state where we left. Like how when we go to sleep at night, we are thinking certain thoughts. And then in the morning when we wake up with those thoughts. So we will be in that state of that thought only throughout the night. In the same way, when we die, we will be in that particular feeling with which we left the body. That is the reason why we also need the right training and the right understanding before we leave the body about how well we should live without any kind of a difficulty, without any kind of a frustration, suffering, or anxiety, worry. All that is very important because that will be our permanent state for a long period of time until we take the next body. Aihika amushmika vrata siddhyai muktescha siddhaye, accomplishing for the sake of mukti, bahukrityam pura syat bhut, sya bhut, purat, pura, asya abhut. They have done many actions before. Tat sarvam adhuna kritam. All that is actually the kritam. The meaning for the word kritam is given here. So here the previous verse, It says, Kritam Krityam. Kritam means what has been done. So whatever has been done has been done. So that Kritam is being explained here. What is the meaning of the word Kritam? Before wishing for this and that, one has done a lot of work, wishing for good benefits in this world, wishing for a bright future ahead. Everything has been done. Kritam Krityam. And also for liberation, actions have been done. So that is what it means, the duties that have been done, Kritam. Then what is Krityam? Krityam is all the duties. Kritam is the duties are done. All our duties are done. How does he compare himself with what he was before enlightenment? How is this person now? Before he was enlightened, he was doing actions. Now he has done whatever he needs to do. Tadetat kritakrityatvam pratiyogi purassaram anusandadadhe anusandadha devayam evam tripyati nityashaha. So after doing everything, how does he feel post enlightenment or post realization? Tadetat kritakrityatvam, the feeling of total fulfillment. Kritakrityatvam means I have done what I need to do. There is nothing more that I can do. Pratiyogi purassaram, prior to self-knowledge. Pratiyogi purassaram anusandadat eva, thinking about that. I am evam, thus tripyati, he feels contented. Nityashaha, always think contentment about what I have done. There is a very beautiful Upanishad verse in Taittiriya Upanishad. Krato smara kritagam smara, krato smara kritagam smara. Krato smara, whatever I have done, all the yagnas that I have done, kritagam smara, remember now at this point of time. So that gives a feeling of contentment. When we do some big, actually, even to ease our path in our life daily, these concepts will help us. For example, if we are finding ourselves in a confused situation, confused place with regard to our work or with regard to our relationship with our people, we should remember the past moments when we have taken up some big job, some big assignment, done it very successfully, and have enjoyed the benefits of that success on its completion. We should take our mind and contemplate on those times, and then we will feel happy right now. So tat etat kritakrityam, there is a feeling of total fulfillment. Pratiyogi purassaram, prior to self-knowledge, the fulfillment that we had out of doing work before we got that knowledge of the self, thinking I am, thus evam tripyati, the person feels contented. So the person is not very excited about going and taking up some new jobs and doing something. He has been there, done that. That's what it means. I've been there, done that. So there's nothing new I can gain out of doing that particular job. In a state of ignorance, even when we have everything external, we find no peace and joy within. We are always complaining and criticizing about things. These are words from Puja Guruji. Beings and situations, and are never satisfied. We compare ourselves with others and are left wanting. On attainment of self-realization, the enlightened one is unaffected by the most uncomfortable place or situation. The incomparable bliss within gives him a total sense of fulfillment. There is a feeling of fulfillment, a feeling of joy, because whatever he has done, whatever work he has to do, He has already done, and there's nothing more to do for him to gain in this world. There are many kings who have renounced their kingdoms and gone and lived a life of meditation. The enlightened one, there is a vast difference for the enlightened one between the prior space of mind and the present person, that the present condition of mind. Dukkito dukkino jnaha samsarantu kamam putradyapekshayam paramananda purnoham samsarami kimichayam. Dukkino ajnaha, dukkinaha ajnaha, the miserable people who are ignorant of what? I am that consciousness, ignorant of that state of, ultimate state of being, ajnaha, ignorant ones, samsarantu, they go through transmigration, engaging in worldly thoughts, worldly actions, kamam, and all the desires as much as they want, yatha kamam, as long as they want, may they engage in worldly concerns. What are the concerns? Putradi apekshaya, with expectation for son, children. Paramananda purnaha, may they experience supreme bliss. Aham, may I be in this joy of experience of the supreme bliss. Samsarami, I mean, I don't have any kind of a, like the individuals who do not know the nature of the self. I don't have, I means the person who is enlightened doesn't have any concern about anything to achieve in this world. Like the person who does not know the truth, he is going on engaging in the world all the time to fulfill his desires and wants. Kim ichaya, with what desire does that person have to engage in the world anymore? There are no desires left. Anutishtantu karmani paralokaiya savaham sarvalokatmakah kasmat anutishtami kim katham. Anutishtantu, let people perform karmani, actions. Paraloka iyasavaha, those who are desirous of joy in the heavens. Sarvalokatmakaha, one who is pervading all the worlds. Kasmat anutishtami, I realize that I am that consciousness, I am that self, and I pervade this whole universe. So people who are in the limited identity, may they be desirous of something and keep doing work. I know that I am that universal self, I am that blissful self. For that person, what is there now to do? Kim anutishta, why should I do something? There is really no need. I do not go anywhere. When Puja Gurudev, they asked, don't you find it difficult going from one place to another? Gurudev says, I don't go anywhere. Bombay comes to me, Chicago comes to me, Atlanta comes to me, Australia comes before me. I don't go anywhere. The places come around me. So that is the way a person who has realized that he is that consciousness, that is a person who speaks. Vyachakshatam te shastrani vedan adhyapayantu vam yetradhikarino metu nadhikaro kriyatvatah. Vyachakshanat, what will they do? What is the work? Okay, we love to do something. Those people will be just simply sitting quietly, eyes closed in meditation. Not really. There is no vratam. In the earlier verses we saw, enlightenment is not some kind of a vow that we take, that I will abide like this, I will sit like this, I may be like this, I may identify with the body. One moment, the person may enjoy a nice chocolate ice cream. One moment he may be, there's a Jivan Muktananda Lahiri is saying so beautifully by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya about the life of a Jivan Mukta Purusha, how he enjoys life. Vyachakshatam te shastrani. They may be spending their time studying the Shastras. Vedan adhyapayantu va. They may be teaching others Vedas. Like if there are, who will they teach? Vedan adhyapayantu. The Upanishads or the Vedas, they may teach others. Ye atra adhikarinaha metu. The persons who are entitled for that knowledge, meaning who are the fit disciples for that knowledge, they may guide them. Na adhikaraha akriyatwataha. Not entitled, but that particular person is not entitled to do those actions or do any karma because he does not have, he is not an adhikara for that. The consciousness of the self is actionless. It does not have any action. So you should be an adhikari for a particular action. Even in a company or even in the government service, they will give the job only to the person who is ready to do the work, who say, yes, I will do, and who has trained himself to do that, and is ready to do and ready to take up that work. Only then the work will be entrusted. The work will not be entrusted to the person who is just sitting and relaxing. If I want to do, I will do. If I don't want to do, I won't do. If such a person goes there, he will not be given the job. But in the case of a realized person, it is not out of a nonchalance or anything. He has done whatever he needs to do. It is something like a retired life. You have done all your actions. But this is a very enlightened life of retirement. And enlightened retirement is not, even now people after retirement, they don't want to give up the job. They just want to keep earning and keep doing and working on that job because they don't know how to spend their time in retirement. They have not paid any attention to their mind during the course of their work. They have always been focusing on the job. So there is no way by which you can leave the job because you are caught in that spiral and you have to be, for your very existence, you have to hold on to the job. But not so for the enlightened person. He has spent a lot of time thinking, contemplating on who am I. And when he has realized that, he is not an adhikari for any work. Work means actually taking up some work for the welfare of others, or for the welfare of the world, or for the welfare of individuals. He will not have that mind. He's got a very universal conscious mind. He thinks about the whole. He does not WHOLE. And he does not think about the part. His knowledge or his understanding is not about the body, mind, and intellect, but his understanding is towards consciousness, deeply entrenched in consciousness. So naturally, he ceases to be an adhikari for actions to be done in the world. But yet, if he wishes to do, and if he feels that he is able to do that, nothing will stop him from taking up that work. Like all the enlightened masters, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, like Janaka Rishi, many Rajarshis, they've continued to work in the world despite this knowledge of the self. And he quotes himself as an example. Even I don't have anything to achieve in the three worlds, but still I engage in action because other people are looking at me. I am an influencer. I am a leader. And so for the sake of other people, I am staying as a role model and continuing to do work. The enlightened one may teach the scriptures or write commentaries like Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya or Sri Gurudev. So one expects a realized master will perform the basic acts of living, eating, bathing, and sleeping. He says, Nidra bhikshe snana shauche nechami nakaromi cha drashtaraschet kalpayanti kemme syad anya kalpanat gunja punjadi dahyeta nanya Nanyaropita vahnina Nanyaropita samsara Dharma Dharmanevam aham bhaje. Nidra bhikshe. Sleep, I'm sleeping or begging for food. Snana shauche, I'm taking bath and keeping the body clean. Na ichhami, it is not my desire. Meaning, consciousness, my means your consciousness. Consciousness does not require sleep. Consciousness is awake. Consciousness does not require food because consciousness is fulfilled. Consciousness does not require bathing because consciousness is ever pure. Consciousness does not require any cleanliness around because consciousness is always clean. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupa. Bathing and purification. Na ichhami, I don't desire. Na karomi, I don't do also. People are thinking I am doing. I am not doing it. Cha drashtaraha, onlookers, kalpayanti, they imagine. What do they imagine? They think that I have to do all this work. I don't have to do. Anya kalpanat, I don't have to do anything with others' imaginations. It is not my imagination. It is not my thought. Others are imagining now this person is there. He has to take bath. He has to get food. He has to sleep. And then he has to keep his premises clean. I don't have any such work. It is others' imaginations. And I don't have anything to do with what others imagine about what is my work. Gunja Punjadi, the bush of the red gunja grass variety, Dahyeta burns. Na anyaropita vaknina. It is burning not by the fire superimposed by others. Na anyaropita samsara. A bush of red gunja is not burnt by the fire that is superimposed on it by others. If the gunja grass is burning by others thinking, my God, this grass is burning, this grass is burning. Just because of that, the grass won't burn. It is burning because of fire. In the same way, I don't experience, I am not affected by the worldly duties and qualities of the body, mind, and intellect superimposed on me by others. The individual person of enlightenment, the realized master is saying, I am not bound by anybody's thoughts of what I should do, what I should not do. I just live my life swachhandataha, very happily in that, very interestingly, where does a man of enlightenment walk? He is just walking, one Swami, long beard and long hair, jata. He's just walking very fast. He's walking very fast. Suddenly he turned around and walked back in this direction. So somebody saw him and asking, why you went all the way there and why are you coming back now? He said, when I went this way, the air was against me. Now the air has come on my side, so I turned and walked around. No reason, just along with the elements, the wind, the flow of the wind, I just move around. Even our daily routine can be very binding. If we do not sleep well, it is very uncomfortable. If when the regular setup around us changes, we become very upset. The lazy person, he doesn't feel like bathing and going to work. He wants to sleep and rest all the time. The person who wants to eat a lot of food, he eats a lot of food. The realized master also is appearing to sleep, eat and bathe. But he says whatever you see is only your imagination. There is no reality in what I am doing. Meaning, when we say again and again, there is no reality, there is no reality. It's a very light thing. It's a very gentle kind of a activity that's happening. There is no, oh my God, today I have to take bath. I have to do this. There is no pressure. There is no emotional pressure in any work that is being done by the realized master. It is just happening like as if a flower is falling from a tree or a fly is flying. How easily the bird flies. There is no effort in that. It is effortless action. Which is when we talk about the inaction of these realized masters, it is not a lazy state of doing nothing, but the action is very effortless. Nobody can convince, nobody can impress upon this person to do this work. There are many such realized masters in India, in Bharat, and in many countries around the world also. But why we know about India is, in India we especially have an eye for this. We are aware of this, and we are conscious of such states of being, and so the number count is very high. And because of this kind of an environment that prevails around realization, in India there are more realized masters. People go to that country where they get what they want. In the same way, when people want realization, they seek India and come to India because Bharat, because this country has got the suitable atmosphere for realization. So we will continue the remaining on 27th in the morning or evening. Om Sarvesham Swastir Sarvesham Shantir Sarvesham Purnam Sarvesham Mangalam Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Om Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya, Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Bole Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye. Har Har Mahadeva. Hari Om.